Welcome everyone, this is Pineleaf, and today I'm starting a new series where I will be playing the Stormsinger, and I have decided to have a Stormsinger that is a reincarnation of a warlock that I had, hence my name is Pinchi instead of something that relates to bards or to storms or anything like that. And in here, I've got a familiar here and, of course, a hireling. I can actually afford a hireling for my first item here is because during the reincarnation, I managed to get a large amount of platinum transferred over with me. Though I don't have much else that I have drawn from the reincarnation vault yet.
The door behind you seals shut as you enter. There's now only one way to go. Forward. That's fine with you, as this cave is said to contain much treasure.
Of course, considering how much platinum I have, do I really need the treasure in here?
A burly minotaur stands behind a magical barrier, guarding a pile of treasure. Always more. Always more. The minotaur snorts. Greed draws you adventurers like moths to the flame. Have fun starving in my cave with the treasure just out of reach.
I have started with some enhancements in here because of the daily die rolls. I do have a few enhancements already, so I have 3 enhancements at the time being. So let's have a look at those quickly. And I have in. Are you finding something? Oh, enhancements. Oh yes, let's look at the enhancement trees. Now, I will be using the gnome one. I was a gnome in my previous life, but I decided to stay a gnome this time around. I will be using a dragon mark, so I'll be going down the dragon mark line actually for a change. I've never really worked with dragon marks before, so I suspect that from the gnomes I'll be taking the dragon marks, and I'm also likely going to be pumping up my weapons down on this side. I will be doing in the Stormsinger, of course, since that's the entire point of this one, is seeing how the Stormsinger operates. And I'm also taking a little dabble in the Fey Dark Illusionist. I don't know if I'm going to be doing anything more than the familiar in there because I want to concentrate on the gnome and the Stormsinger for this particular round. Now, I don't often do TRs on characters in here, so this is maybe the 3rd character that I've ever TR'd, and I've never TR'd the same character twice because I've never gotten a TR'd character up to 20. So let's see what we got here.
This crest matches one of the sockets on the minotaur's barrier. There must be more somewhere in the cave.
I'm sure there is. Alright, let's go around and find out what we have. Now, I had accidentally clicked the flag button instead of the foot button on there and found out, yes, the flag button, if you are commanded them to stay, the flag button will then tell them not to stay any longer.
The webs that cover the walls of this part of the cave quiver for an instant. Then, a massive spider lunges out of the shadows.
Alright, there you go. This seems to go through this pretty quickly. Anything else around here? Oh, did I pick that up? No, I did not. I actually already have my bag, since I have the bags from the reincarnation, whatever they call that, box, vault, escrow, or whatever they call those things. I'm sure those who have... I also have the gem bag, so I don't have to worry about the gems filling up my inventory. There we go. Now, oh, more rats! Somebody still there? No, it looks like the hireling took care of that. So let's go about here. This shouldn't be too difficult of a... Alright. Around like this. You would think at the number of times that I've done it by now, I would have remembered how this thing goes. And... oh. They made sure that you went through just about every single block for this particular puzzle. Oh. There we go. That's second quest, and I think there's a third quest also that I'm needing. Does that break? No. It does not. Oh yes. No, that's the Minotaur. Not too sure whether or not in the Borderlands they care about such things. So you go. You go. Oh. Ah! Now, strangely enough, in making this character, I managed to get a UMD that really...
This should be enough crests to fill all of the sockets on the Minotaur's barrier.
No, that wasn't the Minotaur's thing. That was actually the one I was looking for. Oh. I'm so lost. I think the number of times that I've done this before is that I wouldn't get lost. Alright, here we go. See, that's where I was before. This way around. There, Hey! Where'd that Minotaur go? Whoops. Ah, there we are. That's one. That's two.
With all three crests neatly fitted into their sockets, the magical barrier fades. The infuriated Minotaur gives a roar of rage and attacks.
Oh, right. Yeah, those skeletons just positioned perfectly so that when I shot the ray at him... Oops, daisy.
The Minotaur's bellow is cut short as it collapses. Now the treasure the creature had been guarding is yours for the taking.
Ooh. Let's see what's in my first significant treasure chest. Adamantine Tower Shield. Rider's Chapeau. +1 Charisma. Well, actually, that's probably not a bad idea. That's not bad. That ingot is also going to be nice to have. Alright. +1 Charisma. And that brings my Charisma up to 19. So, yes, I could get up to a 20 Charisma then pretty quickly, I think, on this. Start out with an 18. That gives me a 19. And who knows what else is going to happen. I guess that means we've got time for some bugbear bandits.
As you walk deeper into the cave, you hear deep, guttural voices in the distance.
Ooh. Bugbears, that's what I hear. Alright. That'll take care of them a little bit. I gotta learn how to do this a little bit better.
You notice a small iron key in the corner of the room.
Alright, here we go. Now, the last time I created a character, I had took the veteran status route. You don't have that option with the TR anyway.
This door looks as though it would be impossible to pick. The iron lock creaks as it opens. You hear hurried footsteps approaching.
That gave me a bit of a difficult time because I think
the smell of meat cooking wafts tantalizingly down the corridor.
I think that was one of my reasons for my dissatisfaction with the last character I'd created before this, was that I had done veteran stats, which I don't usually do. I like playing lower levels, so bypassing them is probably not going to give me a very good time on. I know a lot of people like to play upper levels and the like, but I have a liking for lower levels. That's true in pen and paper.
You notice the glint of silver in the far corner of this chamber. As the first lever is pulled, the crystal above it flares into life.
and it also seems to carry over into DDO. So that's why I'm not playing at 21s or anything like that, and decide rather than playing a level 20 Warlock, I would play a level 1.
The image of a small silver key is embossed on this surprisingly well-crafted lock. As the silver lock clicks open, you hear the muffled voices of bugbears ahead.
How about that? I don't do as well with that. Maybe I don't understand this. See, MAGIX Cold Ray, 6 to 10 cold damage per caster level. Well, alright, well, I have to see about that one. I don't know that spell as well. I seem to be doing fairly well with the Sonic spell, though. Assuming they don't save, of course. And your turn. And flip the switch.
As the second lever is pulled, you can hear the rumble of the sealed doors sliding open.
So I think I am going through the spell points rather fast. So I am going to have to make sure I conserve that a little bit. What's on this end? Oh yes, the prisoners.
As the door opens, you see several humans in chains crouching against the walls.
There you go. They're all saved. I have 4 more to save, and that's down in this direction. And spot hidden. Alright. I shoot the ray after he dies. Oh well. Now, I do have trouble finding things, I believe. Yeah, I don't have a very good search skill. I decided not to pump stuff into there. Now, I did pump a great deal.
Huddled humans dressed in rags flinch away from the door as you open it.
And use magical device. In other words, it's ridiculously high. By far my highest skill. So if I find anything, if it can be used because with the little help of UMD, I could probably use it. Because right now my UMD is 16, and that's with a level 1 character. Now part of it is from the past life as a gnome. I think I got a feat that's involved in there. So if I can get my hands on a detect secret doors wand, that'll be useful in that department. Now, did I manage to get this opened up yet? Yes, I did. Hello! Alright. Maybe I'll get used to that. I think that Sonic spell is going to be pretty useful for me. That is until I get the bulk of my lightnings.
As you open the door, a massive bugbear growls and attacks.
Actually, I think
As the chieftain dies, you notice a small ornate key on the table in the far corner of the room.
I think that this MAGIX Cold Ray is actually my first of my storm spells. So it's cold as an ice from a sleet storm or something like that. I had a choice between that and Sonic Blast, and I had Sonic Blast from another source. Oh, that's right. That was it happened to be the first spell that I chose.
The door to the treasury opens with a satisfying click.
There we go.
The large rusty lock on this chest looks like it could be picked.
Now, I was trying to think of whether it would be a good idea for me to multi-class, or if I should just try to be a pure Stormsinger. That's probably going to be the biggest question I have. I was considering trying to multi-class with a... But is this something that requires a... Yeah, I had a feeling of that. That requires you to be a rogue or something like that in order to be able to pick that. It looks like I managed to get enough XP to level up, which is why I'm thinking about, do I multi-class or do I just stay in the Stormsinger and try to build that up as much as possible. I was thinking of doing it with the Sacred Fist before I remembered, oh yes, Bard, non-lawful, Paladin, lawful. Doesn't go very well together. How about we try one more at level 1 before I go about...
Fearing for their lives, the people of the keep have asked for your help dealing with 2 orc tribes that dwell inside this cave. Judging from the decor, each direction leads to a different tribe's home.
Every time I try to talk, I get interrupted by the GM. Now I have to remember what I was talking about. Of course, in the Borderlands, I could probably just...
A tripwire snaps,
yeah, right.
and a gong clangs
yeah,
in response.
hirelings go
Several
in,
orcs rush around the corner, roused by the
go
alarm.
on top of them themselves. And what have we got in here? Oh, hello. Anyway, I may just stay at level 1 so that...
This orc seems fiercer than the rest of the Frost Rager clan. Letting him live will just leave a possible new chief who must be dealt with in the future.
It seems like to me that we have quite a time trying to get it word in edgewise.
This room is where the Frost Rager clan creates its magical concoctions. Best to destroy these now, before they can create more of the deadly and vile substances.
Alright, let's see, which one is this? This requires spellcraft, search, use magic device. Disrupt the magical devices used in the process of creating their alchemy. Well, considering what the UMD that I have on my character, by far my first one. I certainly don't have a spell. I think I have decent spellcraft, but actually I might not. I definitely have that. Yeah. You easily overrode the crude orcish devices, and everything's fine with that. Oh, they are breakable. Oh, here's another one of those. Actually, probably using the cold ray on them is probably not going to be very useful against this particular clan of orcs. Maybe the other one, but not this one. Actually, I think this is the old chief, isn't it? Nope, it isn't. Deal with these. Oh, this is... yeah, this is the chief. Oops, oops, oops. Oh, we okay? I feel like I have a bane on me. Right, let's head out this way and... now this is the old chief. I want to pick up the Emblem of Chaos. And here we go. Alright, Frostbrain to Ashstruck both as their actions are unforgivable. Alright. Why are you showing me the concern for this? Alright. Well, you have done well to resist the cult. Alright, good. And I will take the thing over there. And now... I think this... oh, yes.
The lever clicks into place, and the sound of grinding gears can be heard somewhere in the cave.
Now, I think even I will be able to find this. There we go. Inside of here. See, one of those is open. Now we just need the other one. That will be on the other side of this wall, I believe. And now I think the cold stuff will be useful. The other chief. Okay. That takes care of everything there. Oh, I do need to flip the other switch.
Grinding gears can be heard once again as a gate opens somewhere in the cave.
Ooh, treasure! Ooh, spell penetration? Okay. Mnemonic enhancement, that might be useful on a couple of occasions with the way my going through spell points. So I'll probably have to find some way of reducing the spell points that I am consuming constantly. Let's see what we got here. We got these. We got the Charm of Evil Chaos I can toss into there. Scavenge Skill, Medium Armor. Attack penalty minus 3%. Spell failure 25%. Yeah, that is a bit of a problem. What does this ring do? Ring of spell casting. Spell sight plus 3, concentration plus 3. Well, obviously I should be using that one. I'm really not going to get into clubs, seeing how they don't fit all that well with gnomes, so I will keep my current weapon for now. I think that's enough for this episode, and when I see you next time, we'll find out whether I found another class, decided to stay in Spellsinger, or something else when we return to the next episode of Piney Plays the Spellsinger. Or is that the Stormsinger?